Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, I'm going to talk about my bullish bet on Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Sui. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. East Coast time here in the United States. So make sure that you are subscribed and you've got all your notifications on so you know when I go live, because I do some special live streams as well on other days. So stay tuned for those. But why am I talking about these three cryptos? Well, Dogecoin, most of you know, that is my number one holding and what I believe in most as performing the best in this upcoming bull market. SHIB, we know SHIB has done great in the past. It had a big run back in March, and we are looking for another huge run for SHIB. And Sui is the latest darling of crypto. I've been talking about Sui for months, been accumulating, and it is now almost my third biggest holding. I still have some Algorand, and that's all staked, and I was making a big bet on Algorand a few years ago. And Algorand blockchain just hasn't taken off, but Sui has. I've been talking about it for a while. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at the news and the charts. We start here looking at the current prices. Here's Dogecoin at 10.3 cents. That's right. We had this big run last week with the Fed, US Fed, doing a 50 basis point rate cut. Big run up for Dogecoin, up over 13 cents, and it had retraced a bit. I bought more on the dip right here at 11.4, and I was expecting Doge, again, to have some pullback, but then we had this fear of war and the port strike and all that, which dropped Doge's price down, and Doge still has not yet recovered. SHIB pretty much following the same pattern as Doge, but SHIB did not fall as much as Doge did percentage-wise, and is still higher than where the price was before that rate cut. And then we do have to take a look at Sui, because Sui has done the exact opposite. That's right, Sui did not drop. Sui has continued to go up in price, now at $1.85. So that is showing strong support and buying for Sui. So what's going on overall? Well, we start with Dogecoin. Three price levels to watch after a catastrophic crash. Not really catastrophic. I mean, it's still holding 10-cent support. I know there's some bears out there. They're talking about Doge down to 8 cents, 7 cents or so. And right now, I don't see it, again, unless there's some huge black swan event, World War III stuff people talked about. But right now, I think the fears have sort of subsided a bit, and I know some of you are just thinking, crypto's not going to turn around, but if you're going to make money in this space, you got to have a little confidence and sort of let this thing sort of play out, and I'll show you some key charts here in a minute that may give you some optimism. That's right. So we've been watching the price levels, of course, on Doge, and with that, we've got, technical analysis only gets you so far, and sometimes news can overcome that TA, which is these big red candles here. So that drop wasn't about anything about Dogecoin itself, right? It was about the news and the fear of the news, and the most volatile, risky assets like Doge and even SHIB are probably going to perform the worst when the markets are going down, but when the markets go up, they perform the best. Here's what Gel says. A bit of red to start the quarter. Everyone is in full-on PTSD mode. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's market structure is bullish again. We're turning the key SR back into a support. Don't get shaken out. So this is the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin at 60,800. Again, overall for Bitcoin, this is just a typical pullback that you see as a bull market is starting. And we see that from where we were early September, and Bitcoin's price going up from 49K up to 64, 65. This is a pullback, and most likely it's going to continue up. Gel continues. The shakeout to start Q4 strikes again, bit steeper than last time, but then again, we also pumped harder into the end of the quarter. Similarities over the last weeks have been striking. Let's see if Bitcoin can keep following that path higher. And then this is comparing where we were just 1 year ago, Bitcoin's performance, and also 1 year ago, we were buying Dogecoin at 5.8 cents. Remember that? We were buying 5.8 cents, and that was including a big chunk of Dogecoin into our CRISPEX DCA portfolio. If you want to know what that portfolio is and who I'm giving Dogecoin to this bull market, join in on the live stream because we have a lot of fun there, but we're also making money. So we had this big run the second half of October last year. Could this year be the same? Could we be seeing this pullback and then we're going to do a run? Could that be coming? But Gel continues. Bull market summers tend to be choppy, and this year has been no different. The good news, price typically breaks out of the range in the second or third week of October. Should see new all-time highs later this month if the pattern repeats. This is zoomed out a little more, looks at 2020, April through October, 2023, March through October, and then 2024 now, where we're chopping. 2022, we don't look at, that was the full bear market, everything was going down, but again, 2020, 2023, October breakout, October breakout. Is that what we're gearing up for here? And then Mustache says, look, on altcoins, let's again take a look back. I'll never understand crypto Twitter. The market is welcome to pump hard, but not allowed to correct. And this correction is really small when you zoom out. It's bullish selling. If unsettled, look at the macro picture. Altcoins are close to a 2-week breakout. Look at the RSI. I am and will stay in the bull camp. Altcoin bot says, look, zoom out. That's right. You get the wave, you get this correction, and then a breakout. So again, same thing happening. I know the summer's been long, but that's what we're waiting for. And then Mags is like, back to Bitcoin. It says, look, the real bull run starts post-halving. We know we've had the halving. We've had a long 6 months or so since then, typically followed by a bull run. It's happened before. We had the halving, 2016. There's the bull run. We had the halving in 2020. There's the bull run. Here's the halving. Could this come up to 100, 200K or more for Bitcoin? And then what does this mean for Doge? Well, Doge in the short term, we had this downward trend line. We had the breakout, and then we've had the retest. So this looks like it is going to turn around later this month, and we will see that recovery of Dogecoin's price. Ali looking at the same thing. Downward trend, downward wedge, RSI as well, and we had that retest, and now we are looking to take off again for Doge. So what does this mean? Massive uptick in Dogecoin activity could signal investor bullishness. That's right. Despite the pullback, we have seen an increase in the whale activity, and we have seen the number of active addresses soar. So there is new buying coming in to Dogecoin, and we will continue to be watching how Dogecoin then performs. It looks like it's holding good support now, lower than where I thought we would be, but again, this retest back up and re-establishing higher support is going to be key for the rebound of Dogecoin. So overall, we're going to look at Doge, Shiba, and Sui as, again, my 3 biggest bets in this bull cycle. Could Doge still be a big winner? Dogecoin, known for its meme status, remains one of the top cryptocurrencies. Look, it's still number 8, right? For all these people that are, thinking Doge is going to die and Doge going to zero, it is still a top 10 cryptocurrency after all this time, all this FUD, still very strong. So the setup for Doge is, again, we have a little bit lower low in the short term, but when you zoom out and you look at Doge on the daily, this pullback is not as low as we had in early September. So we are forming a higher low here, just like we had a higher high from September's last week. So this is actually pretty bullish and looking strong for Doge going forward. So SHIB. As we move from Dogecoin, let's talk about Shiba Inu. This meme coin has had its moments in the spotlight, still excites many holders. Current SHIB price around 4016, small decline over the past 24 hours. But despite the small dip, Shiba Inu crypto is on the rise. 30-day performance, SHIB is up 21%, sparking new interest in SHIB news. The Shiba coin is known for its massive price swings. Holders are hoping for another rally as the SHIB price fluctuates, growing expectations that SHIB again could surprise the market. We saw that in 2021. It's had two big runs since then, especially last March when it came from all the way up to 4 zeros and 45, which would be almost a 3x from here. I know some of you are like, oh, that's the Dogecoin killer, right? I'm not going to buy SHIB. Look, I'm in it as an investment to make money. I'm in it to make money. That's it. And I'm going to be selling the SHIB and booking profit. So I'm holding SHIB because when the bull run does confirm and does start, we are going to see SHIB go up a significant percentage. And SHIB is right here at number 13, 9.4 billion. Easily will come back up to number 12. And on a big run, could then start looking at Cardano, Ton, and maybe even Tron. SHIB getting back into the top 10. We could see that actually happen. And then Sui, the rising star of crypto. Again, been talking about this for some time. I believe in a diversified portfolio. And on the blockchain side, again, a few years ago, I thought Algorand was going to do it with its FIFA and other different ways that blockchain was being used. But all eyes are on Sui now. And then what have we had? We've had Sui go on a big run while other altcoins are pulling back. So the other thing about Sui is the total value unlocked, the total value locked is increasing in size for Sui. So Sui is gaining momentum. Again, looking at SHIB. Shibtoshi says SHIB can sustain recent price surge and continue going higher. We have a lot of bullish sentiment of SHIB, and SHIB could sustain this uptick. And growing out of its meme coin origin with Shibarium and the SHIB swap and NFTs, games, all of that being built as SHIB is now looking to be a legitimate layer 2. So we'll see how all that plays out. But again, the SHIB token itself can go on big runs. And then here's Sui. Sui price surges 10%, defying altcoin crash. New all-time high soon. And then we look at the the Sui token here. It's in 20th now. Sui's now a top 20. I started talking about it when it was like in the 50s. And it has slowly moved up. Look, after 7 days, it's up 10%. 10% in the last 7 days. I mean, Aptos is up 2, and Aptos has been compared because they're both from former Facebook, that whole Libra thing that Facebook had going that got shut down. Some went to Aptos, others went to Sui, and Sui is now looking like it's going to be the big winner. And I think it's going to be a top 10. Yeah, I think Sui is still going to be a top 10. And I called that a couple of months ago. And that's on one of my live streams, which are all videos on my channel, that a big bet on Sui, and Sui is moving up. So we have Sui. Look, Sui's total value locked has surged by 65%, crossing $1 billion, positioning it ahead of Polygon. Now, Polygon's been around for a long time. Sui's new, and it's already bigger in terms of its value locked than Polygon. Open interest for Sui is up to 750 million. There are some token releases. I get that, right? But it's a slow, gradual release. It's not like Celestia's, which is going to be this huge release at the end of this month. It's a gradual release. So price that in. But I've got a big bet on Sui as well. So this is my overall view going into this bull market. Are you bullish? Are you still bullish, or are you feeling the bears kind of weighing you down? Join in live stream. My next live stream will be Friday at 4 o'clock. We can talk about this and more, but I'm still very bullish on this whole bull cycle, not getting shaken out, and continue to buy on dips. So let me know in the comments below also how you feel about these three, or do you have another one that you think is going to outperform these? Let me know. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.